Good day, everyone. I am here to present to you the case of Marlene Dauden Hernaez versus Honorary Wilfredo de Los Angeles, Hollywood Far East Productions Incorporated, and Ramon Valenzuela with the GR number L-27010, dated April 30, 1969. For the petitioner is Marlene Dauden Hernaez versus Honorary Wilfredo de Los Angeles, Hollywood Far East Productions Incorporated, and Ramon Valenzuela for the respondents. So here's the case outline. First is the facts, and then the issues, and lastly the held. So here is the petitioner's claim. Hernaez is a film actress, had filed a lawsuit against the private defendants, Hollywood Far East Productions Incorporated, and its president and general manager, named Ramon Valenzuela, to recover the 14,700 pesos she claimed was owed to her, to recover damages and the alleged sum owing to said petitioner for her work as a leading actress in 2 motion pictures made by the business. So for the respondent's claim, the complaint was rejected by the respondent court because her claim was not supported by a written document, either public or private, as required by Article 1356 and Article 1358 of the Civil Code. A motion for reconsideration was refused by the replying court because the allegations were the same as those in the initial motion. According to Judge de Los Angeles, the contract in question was not specified to be in writing, despite the fact that Article 1358 required it to be since the sum involved surpassed 500 pesos. The complaint of the petitioner was dismissed by the Court of First Instance of Quezon City because the claim of plaintiff was not supported by any written document, and the complaint was defective on its face for violating Article 1356 and Article 1358 of the Philippine Civil Code. The court denied reconsideration and permission to amend, forcing a second motion for reconsideration to be filed. Despite this, the court dismissed it as a pro forma since the allegations are more or less the same as the prior motion, and it was not supported by an affidavit of merits, and declared the judgment final and irrevocable. Disposition of the case. Herefore, the order dismissing the complaint is set aside, and the case is ordered remanded to the court of origin for further proceedings not at variance with this decision. Dictum. Contracts are binding and enforceable from the time they are finalized, whether oral or written, according to the Spanish Civil Code, which places a premium on the parties' spirit and intent above formalities. However, as stated in Article 1356 second sentence, contracts shall be obligatory in whatever form they may have been entered into, provided all the essential requisites for their validity are present. However, when the law requires that a contract be in some form in order that it may be valid or enforceable, or that a contract be proved in a certain way, that requirement is absolute and indispensable. The following are the 2 exceptions to the general rule that the form of a contract has no bearing on its binding effect. First is the solemn contracts, contracts that the law requires to be in a certain form in order to be legal and enforceable, and contracts requiring proof by writing of their provisions, such as those protected by the old Statute of Frauds, currently Article 1403 of the Civil Code. In the case of the latter, their existence cannot be established just by oral evidence, and must be documented in writing in order to be enforced in court. The contract in question does not fall under either of these exceptions, while Article 1358's last phrase states that all other contracts where the sum involved exceeds 500 must appear in writing, even a private one. It does not state that the agreement will be void and unenforceable if it is not in writing. Rather, notwithstanding the lack of documentation, Article 1357 explicitly states that contracts covered by Article 1358 are binding and enforceable by action or suit. That's all for the case of Marlene Dauden Hernaez versus Honorary Walfrido de Los Angeles, Judge of the Court of First Instance of Quezon City, Hollywood Far East Productions Incorporated, and Ramon Valenzuela. That's all. Thank you.